Ladies and gentlemen, my full overall thoughts on AEW Dynamite Fyter Fest Night 1. It was another great night for AEW and a great start to Fyter Fest. The opening with the IWGP US Championship was great. It was a lot of fun with Kingston and Gallows brawling on the outside for a minute, and while Anderson didn't win, he did remind us that he is a very good singles wrestler. Moxley and Archer reviewing their feud again was great, and it's bringing things back to their NJPW Texas Death Match. Now, that match being added to Fyter Fest Night 2 is great. That match can defiantly rise the quality of Night 2 all on its own. Speaking of Night 2, Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose is going to be great too. And everyone involved there had really good promos. Now, I am confident, I'm still confident that Britt retains. Even though she's still technically heel, fans are really behind her, so that alone is why she's retaining. Now, we did get these somewhat filler matches in Sammy Guevara versus Yoda and Ford versus Yuka. Both were very good matches, even though Yuka and Ford seemed to take a second to cinch up the pace. Now, Yuka getting the win is great. AEW is building the relationship with their partners, and Yuka could freshen up the ranks with a few more big wins. Sammy naturally gets the win because he's from Texas. He's the more experienced and well-known guy, and he has to keep momentum if he's to go after Shawn Spears independently. While Jericho recycled a lot of his promo from last week for last night. Now, MJF and Spears attacking was a good way of establishing the first labor of Jericho. Now, we get quite a lot of other interview promos last night too. And Andrade showing interest in Death Triangle is very intriguing. Now, the question is, does he want to join them? Or does he want to fight him? Now, I'm leaning towards the latter because we get some awesome matches out of them in some AAA and AEW stamplers. Now, Tully being semi-jumped by PNP was great, but I was kind of hoping it was Conan himself getting Tully with a Madball sock. Now, maybe we can get that in whether rematch we'll have of FTR and PNP. And the factory really just established they're sore losers and bullies, and leaves us wondering if they're moving on from the Nightmare family or just going down to lower tier members now. That Cody is busy. Now that Cody is busy with Malachi, Aleister Black. Speaking of, Cody had a great sort of double promo. He gave a promo one way on commentary, then it did another way on the live mic. Now, what was most impressive was how smooth it was for Malachi to go from Titan Throne to in the ring, basically. Now, that Titan Throne video had to be recorded. But Cody played off it so smoothly that you think it was a live feed. Then Malachi is in the ring. He brawls with Cody. They're going to have a great match either at Fight for the Fallen or All Out. I just hope Malachi wins. Cody's certainly built himself up in his own corner of the AEW universe. Him putting Malachi over would be best overall, as far as I'm concerned anyway. I don't know about everybody else. The FTW Championship was a very good match, especially for it being Stark's return. Now, the commentary said he didn't have ring rust. But I feel like there was some, such as the hip toss, being a bit sloppy. But he did get right back into things, and they did a great double swerve that tricked him, too. So Hobbs took the belt from starts, so he couldn't hit Cage with it, making it seem like making it seem like they were going the opposite way. Now, Team Taz keeping Cage, but instead it went as expected as Hobbs hits Cage and Stark wins. Stark is champion. Cage is out of the team. And I'm looking forward to how this story continues. Cage versus Hobbs should defiantly happen before a rematch. That would be great stuff right there, man. Absolutely great stuff. Now, Miru resigning the belt. Miru retaining the belt was a given, but I thought it had a new name. Again, Miru reassigning the belt was a given, but I, once again, thought it had a new name, but no, just a new look. I think the TNT Championship is going to make history as the most redesigned title in the shortest amount of time. Now, the white belt does look good, but the green seems oddly glaring on it. Why not keep the championship banner red? Anyway, I can't wait to see who takes it off him and then recolors it. Here are their colors. The segment with Hangman, Dark Order, Omega, and the Elite was all great stuff. And I love that they're going with how I felt it was going. Now, Heyman is ready to go for the world title. Uno and Stu can get after the tag titles all at the same time. Now, a 10-man elimination tag match is going to be amazing, I hope. I sure hope it does. But maybe that's on Fight for the Fallen. That's for AEW Dynamite Fight for the Fallen, I'm guessing. So that all those title matches happen at All Out. Now, Hardy versus Christian was a very good match, especially because they choose to not overbook this and let it be just one-on-one. Now, of course, Christian wins, though that's just how everything in AEW has been building and acknowledging their past against each other. Without naming WWE, let me remind you, that was exactly what they should have done. You see what I'm saying, folks? So, Hardy family office rushing out there, and then, Jurassic Express showing up. Also, all what they should have done. Now, I'm really ready for that big team match, especially since Cassidy versus Blade is happening at Fyter Fest Night 2 next week, and could bring everyone back out there again. Now, the coffin match was awesome stuff. I loved it. I fucking loved it. It was absolute fire, man. Oh, man, that match was really great, man. I wonder why Darby didn't just make his entrance in the coffin. But then we got Scorpio springing out of it, and that was great. Sting going after Scorpio was natural. And you know what? IWN hope that this means those two have a one-on-one grudge match of some kind. There was a lot of creativity in the spots, from using that entire bleacher area on that one side to undoing the bottom rope so they could get those beefy steps they use in the ring. Now, Darby wins, of course, because he'll be done with Ethan, and then Sting can get past Scorpio. But I do love that he wasn't satisfied until he used a coffin drop on the coffin. Whether or not Heyman beats Omega, I hope Darby is on the outside of the world title scene. Darby could give either man an awesome match come Full Gear 2021. And that, folks, is my full overall thoughts on AEW Dynamite Fyter Fest Night 1. If you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on that, please give this video a thumbs up. If you didn't, give this video a thumbs down, man. I am getting the heck out of here, man. I will see you guys on the next video. My next video is going to be this Saturday. It's gonna be a video of me giving you my thoughts on Friday Night SmackDown. So it's going to be me giving you all my thoughts on this week's Friday Night SmackDown. Peace, folks. I hope you all have a wonderful Thursday. I'm out of here.